Hi guys, Jen here with How Jen Does It. Today I wanted to talk about how to live well, how to live a joyful life, a beautiful life. This is something that I think about regularly. I get comments about this on my channel, and so I wanted to share my thoughts with you. The first thing I wanted to talk about when we think about living well is gratitude. Being thankful for everything that you do have, even if you don't have exactly what you want, even if there are things in your life that you would like to change, it's so important to be grateful for all that you do have. And we all have so many things to be thankful for. It's easy to think about the things that we don't have or the things that we wish that we could change, or look at someone's life and think they have it all. If I just had that, I would be happy. But no one has a perfect life, but there are a lot of things that we can do to improve our life, and being grateful is definitely a way that you can live well. You can have joy when you are thankful for what you have. So you can just take a moment and really think about all of the good in your life, the people in your life, the things that you have, the joy that you have, just the simple little things in your life that bring you joy. And it really will help you to live a better life. And I definitely think that joy comes in gratitude. The next thing I wanted to talk about in order to live well is our mental health. I have talked about mental health on my channel. There are a lot of things that I think are really important in order to live well, and mental health is extremely important. It's so important to take care of ourselves mentally. I was recently contacted by Talkspace, and this video is sponsored by Talkspace. I looked into it and I wanted to share it with you all because I get emails, messages, and comments from you all saying that you are depressed or went through depression, you struggle with depression, or you're just going through a hard time, or you're feeling down. And like I said, I think mental health is extremely important, and we've all gone through really hard times, and Talkspace is an online therapy company. What is great about Talkspace is that they have over 2,000 licensed therapists. So if you are struggling mentally or with an issue, they are available. And I know in my life there have been different times when I would have loved to have this resource, and I needed someone to talk to, and someone who is trained in order to help me talk through some things or think through some things, and someone who can provide help for me. And so I wanted to share it with you because it is great that it's available. All you have to do is message your therapist and they will get back to you that day. You don't have to wait for an appointment. Sometimes that can take weeks, and it is affordable. So I wanted to let you know about it because mental health is extremely important. And if you are ever going through something and you need to talk to someone who is qualified to really help you deal with the things that you need help with, it is available and you can get into contact with a therapist right away. Talkspace is a lot more affordable than traditional therapy, but they've also given me a discount code for $45 off your first month, and that will be in the description box below, so you can definitely check it out. And I just wanted to let you guys know about this because, like I said, I think mental health is extremely important, and if you are currently going through something and you need to talk to a therapist, then it is available right away to you. And so I wanted to let you guys know about that. The The next thing I wanted to talk about in order to live well is to set goals. You guys know I love to set goals, and I recently did a video about achieving goals, and I'll link that video in the description box below. But setting goals just really helps you to live well. There may be things in your life that you wish that you could change. With a lot of hard work, we can do amazing things, and I like to break up my goals so that they don't seem too overwhelming. So I usually do like 30 days, and when you reach that first goal, it feels amazing and it gives you a sense of accomplishment. So if there are things in your life that you want to change, think through the steps that you need to take in order to change them. Think about what you would like to have, what you would like to do, and changes in your life that you would like to make. And the time is going to go by regardless, so you might as well spend that time working toward your goal, and it will help you to live well. It will help you to have a sense of accomplishment. The next thing I wanted to talk about in order to live well is financial security. I have thought this was important pretty much my whole life. I remember talking to my dad about finances. That is what I went to school for. And I just know that having financial security feels so good. And we've had different times when our income was a lot lower, but we were always able to pay our bills just by being frugal and making sure we had a budget. So if you are feeling like your finances just are out of whack, or you are concerned about them or worried about them, first, you need to have a budget. If you don't already, you need to know what is coming in and what is going out. And if what is going out is more than what is coming in, you need to make changes, because you can't spend more than you are making. And I always like to live on less than what we are making, so that you know that you can pay your bills. You know that if something happens, you have enough to take care of whatever comes your way. So determine what is going out and see if there are things that you can change. Obviously, eating out, spending less on food and shopping and Netflix and all of the different things are things that you can control. And if you cut everything that you can possibly think of and the numbers still don't add up, then really it comes down to you have to start earning more by asking for a raise, looking for a different job, having a second job, doing something on the side. Those are really the only two answers: spending less, making more. And there isn't really a magic pill. It's just those two things. And once you get your finances on track, it is such great freedom. I also think it's important to have an emergency fund so that if things come up, you have money, so that you don't feel like you have to start putting things on a credit card when your car breaks down or the washing machine breaks down or whatever. You have money that you can pay cash for those things. If you have debt, set a plan in place so that you're paying that off and quit accumulating debt. It feels amazing to have financial security. It's hard work. No one just got there by not putting in the work or not having self-control with their spending. It is a little hard, but it feels so good. It feels better to have financial security than it does to have the latest and greatest thing. So I love talking about financial security. Can you tell? The next thing that we can do in order to live well is to have a clean and clutter-free home. Now, you didn't think I was going to skip out on this one, did you? But honestly, there are different levels of clean, and it doesn't have to be immaculate, but having a home without tons of clutter feels amazing. just looking around and seeing all these things and stuff and not being able to find things can feel overwhelming. So if you are living in that type of environment, start with one area or one room at a time and start getting rid of things that you don't love and use, and go from there. And be sure to pack up those things and donate them, or if it's garbage, to get rid of it, and just keep the momentum going. If you don't have a cleaning routine already, find a cleaning routine that works for you, your family, your home, your lifestyle, and stick with it. If you're trying different things, keep working at it until you find something that clicks with you. Just cleaning up after yourself throughout the day, as I talk about in a lot of my cleaning videos, it really helps. It doesn't feel like you have to clean all day. So having the dishwasher empty in the morning so that everyone can put their dishes in the dishwasher, putting the mail away instead of putting it on the countertop, having a place for shoes and bags and papers, and putting the things away in your bathroom after you've gotten ready, cleaning up the kitchen after dinner just really helps. And it just helps you to live well when you're not surrounded by clutter, or you're looking around thinking about all the cleaning that you have to do. So like I said, getting rid of clutter and developing some type of cleaning routine will definitely help you to live well. Another way to live well is to take care of yourself. We talked about mentally and different areas, but we need to take care of ourselves physically as well. And I have talked about this a ton: getting enough sleep, exercising, making sure that you don't put too much on your plate, eating nutritious food, and just being active are so important in order to live well. In order to live well, we have to feel good, and we are going to feel our best if we take care of ourselves. The next thing that I wanted to talk about in order to live well is to surround yourself with people who love you, encourage you, and are there and have your back. And make sure that you are one of those people as well. Love people, care about them, let them know you care about them, encourage them, uplift them. And I always think that what kind of friend you are to others generally is the kind of friend that you will have in return. It's not always the case, but usually when you put the effort in to let a person know that you care about them, that you want to know about their vacation, that you are concerned about them when they're sick, that you want to hear all about what's going on and you remember what's going on, they in return will be that kind of person for you. When you are the one who is willing to help them out when they're moving or going through a challenging circumstance, they in return generally will be that kind of friend to you. Be an encouraging person and you will attract encouraging people, and be at peace with people as much as it depends on you. There are difficult people in this world, and sometimes we have to eliminate that person from our life, or we have to really reduce the time that we are around them. Sometimes it takes a hard conversation because sometimes people might not realize that, but surround yourself with people who uplift you and encourage you and love you, and be that kind of person in return. There is great joy in that. The last thing I wanted to talk about kind of goes along with that, and that is to give of your time, your money, and your listening ear. I don't talk a lot about giving or volunteering and stuff. It's just now how I do things, but I do think it's very important. There are a lot of people who are less fortunate than us. There are a lot of different ways that we can give of our time and our money. And I do think that there are different things that are laid upon different people's hearts. And I know the things that really touch me, and those are the things that I want to help, and different causes, and those you feel it. And it doesn't mean that that one thing is more important than another. I just think we all have different personalities and different concerns and different things that just really burden us. So whether it's homeless, or it's human trafficking, or it's, you know, caring for animals, or you're a foster parent, or you volunteer in so many different ways. There's so many things. Giving of your time, money, and just listening to people will give you great joy and satisfaction. It just is such a blessing to give and to help others. And even if you don't sign up for like a weekly volunteer thing, just being someone who cares about other people, who maybe you're the person who sends cards to people and encourages them. Maybe you're the person that sends texts to people and lets them know that you are concerned for them, or you send them an encouraging Bible verse, or you send them an encouraging quote, or just letting them know that you care. That is so important, and we need people like that. So don't feel like you have to have some big title, or you have to volunteer every single day. If you have that time available, then that's awesome, but it doesn't have to be that. It really is such an honor to help other people, and you will feel just so much joy in doing that. So I wanted to make sure that I talked about that too. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. I hope it gave you some different things to think about. I would love to hear your thoughts on these things, and some ways that you live well, some things that you do in order to improve your life. And don't forget about Talkspace. And again, I have a discount code for $45 off your first month. That will be in the description box below. Thanks again for watching, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day.